Okay. Multi-pressure, two compressors, one evaporator with removal of flash gas. So it is a one way of saving energy in terms of refrigeration system. And I have here, bring down here yung schematic diagram ng for this simple refrigeration system. May page diagram, so that is composing of your process. We have here the process 1 and 2, and this is 3, and this is 4. Okay. Now, let's try to show, will show you na that the removal of flash gas will increase the COP of the system, just an overview or by using the schematic diagram. No? Now we have here the complete system. We have your expansion valve dito. Now, kung mapapansin ninyo, in terms of 3 to 4, you will notice that at 3 to 4, we have here the constant enthalpy expansion from 3 to 4. And you will notice, we will also notice that the quality, as you leave from the expansion valve during the expansion or throttling process, now there is a presence of flash gas. So this is a mixture flash. Usually this is a mixture of already of liquid refrigerant and partly vapor, no? So mapapansin mo dito, we have here the quality of the refrigerant, no? So that is 0.2, 0.1, 2, 3, and 0.4. Now, as you we call this, as you move to the right, so the quality increases to such it will reach to a value of 1, which is already in terms of vapor. Now, this is partly containing liquid and gas. Now, mapapansin nyo, as we leave from the expansion valve, so this will be, it will be gaining flash gas. So, tumataas na yung percentage ng vapor ng refrigerant natin, which in terms of the refrigerating effect from 4 to 1, so usually this decreases pag nag-increase yung vapor niya, so usually that decreases the ref effect of the refrigeration system. Now by introducing a flush tank, usually that separates yung vapor at saka yung liquid refrigerant. Now, I will be introducing here called it yung tinatawag natin yung flush tank. So, in between the pressure of high pressure and low pressure sides. So, I will be putting here in between, no? So, I will be interrupting the process 3 to 4. So, lagay natin dito somewhere here. We have your intermediate pressure. Usually, intermediate pressure, that is mostly in between, no? Intermediate pressure here. So, I will putting here intermediate pressure, interrupting the process doon, no? Interrupting the process. Yan. So, then, I will be naming this point as my point A. Okay. And this one will be point B, no? Now, in terms dito sa schematic diagram natin ng ano natin, we call this refrigeration system. So, we will be changing this one, no? We will be introducing the flush tank. Okay? So, ito na yung flush tank natin. So, usually the flush tank is being controlled by float valve. So, I will be drawing line here connecting that one. Then, yung flush tank natin, so, will be partly, ang laman is vapor and partly is liquid, no? So, this is being controlled by a float valve. So, kung bumaba yan, ang float valve will allow the flow of flash gas. Usually, this is a mixture of liquid and vapor. So, leaving from point 3. So, makikita mo dyan, the quality, no? Yung quality, so that is gaining vapor as it leaves the throttling valve usually, no? Now, from the expansion from 3 to A. Now, I will be using the flash tank to trap yung part ng vapor and partly ng liquid refrigerant. Now, dito sa baba, I will be installing the expansion valve that will be connecting my evaporator. Okay? So, I will be drawing here expansion valve. And that is 3 to A. So, yung A natin, ito yung part ng letter A, no? From 3 to A. Now, we have here partly yung partly vapor and partly liquid refrigerant. Now, from B, so this will become my B at this point. Ito yung point na yun, which is, sabi doon, kasi this is a saturated liquid. So, liquid na nga siya, saturated liquid. So, we go back to the saturated liquid line. So, part na yan, bumalik ka doon sa saturated liquid line. Now, from B, we'll do an expansion. Pababa tayo, we'll be having an expansion here. This is from B, no? From B to, let's say, I will give this na a dotted line, let us say AB, and this will become the C, no? And this will be connected doon papunta sa number 4, no? So, I'll be connecting this one to 4, okay? So, pagdating naman dito, so we have, this is your B and this is my C. So, yan ang C. So, it will be connected. Now, ang kagandahan nangyari dito is that, mapapansin ninyo, you will notice here that from C to 4, we have an increasing ref effect. So, ibig sabihin nun, we have the increasing ref effect. It means that the capacity to cool of our refrigeration system is increases. So we have here from C to A, so we have an increase in ref effect. Okay, so that is ang kagandahan nun, that increases the COP of the system. So when we go back to the equation of the COP of the system, so that will be the useful cooling divided by the work of the compressor, no? So that is increasing the COP. So yun ang kagandahan nito. Now, ang next is that by removing the splash, so we have from here the compressor, we have the intermediate pressure here. Now, we'll try to remove the discharge since we cannot kung ibabalik natin ito dito, so it will not be. So, pwede naman natin siyang ibalik dito by using just only a pressure reducing valve. So, for example, no? So, it can be just only to demonstrate, no? So, pwede natin ibalik ng ganon. Then, using what we call here a pressure reducing valve para mag-coincide ang pressure nito at saka pressure dito. Then, you can do suction here. So, the purpose is to reduce the pressure in such a way na magpareho sila ng pressure, mag-balance sila in other para higop sila ng compressor and you can compress. Now, the purpose of this using the system lang na ganito is that this provides just only to separate yung flash, no? So, it also gives, pero babalik din siya doon. So, if we're going to plot that one, ang gagandahan yan is that it will be go back here, pabalik siya dito, ilo-lower mo yung pressure, no? Okay. So, that is also removing the flash, no? And also, mapapansin nyo, yung ref effect mo is also increases, no? But this is infrequently madalang ginagamit sa system of refrigeration, no? So, one way na makapag-save ka pa ng power is that you will notice here, ang work mo from point 1 to point 2 is that you have a greater enthalpy, change in enthalpy from point 1 to point 2 during the isentropic process. Now, by using a multi-staging process, multi-stage natin siya, no? So, that is, from 1, ika-cut ko na siya dito. So, ang mangyayari kasi is that I will be cutting here. So, from 1, so I'm going to A, B, C, ito. So, lagyan ko to. So, I'm gonna name this one as D, no? From 1 to D, ika-cut ko na kaagad din dito sa side na ito. Then, I will do a multi-staging. So, when we say multi-staging, I will be installing another compressor. Now, what we're going to do is that we're going to put the discharge of the first compressor, low stage compressor, going to the flush tank. So it'll be connected here. Now, then to cool, para palamigin siya, so usually from the fluid machinery, so intercooling process between two compressors is the way is to ano yan, para lower the temperature of the discharge pressure of the first compressor, then uh, suction low temperature, so it will be going back to its original state. Then suction to suction of another compressor, of the high stage compressor. In order to cool this one by means of intercooling, so what we're going to do is that we'll be putting the pipe towards the liquid of the flash liquid refrigerant. So usually it will be evaporated, it will be cool, yung flash, yung vapor nito. Then from here, so usually this will become ito yung one mo, this will become a letter D, di ba? So from here, basing on this here. So from 1 to D, yan. Then it will be going back here. No? Then from here, so you have already full vapor dito, which is already coming from here. Then another compressor to compress it from D. So I will be naming this one. So I will be giving this one D, and I will be naming this one as, we called it letter E, no? Just to demonstrate, no? Now from E, I will be making a compression here, isentropic compression. So mapapansin niyo naging steep na yung ano natin dito, yung work ng compressor. So dikit na siya doon sa saturation curve. So nandito na siya. So from E to so this will become from E to F. Okay? So mapapansin niyo the part work, which is this one ng work ng compressor, is being removed. So it is being compressed na dito, yung compression natin umurong nandito. So mapapansin niyo, we have the saving of energy from this one. So yung work natin ng compressor na lessen na, no? Then another compressor will be installed na yun. So ito na yung pressure. So this will be my E. Ito na yung letter E natin. And it will be discharged doon dito. Okay? So ang kagandahan sa system na ito, you decrease the work of your compressor and you increase the ref effect of the refrigerating system. Now, let's have a sample problem. No? So ammonia ice plant produces 20 tons of ice per day, where the incoming water supplying the plant has a temperature of 32 degrees Celsius. The plant raises the water to negative 10 degrees Celsius. The condenser has an operating temperature of 34 degrees Celsius. Okay, so we'll try to model this one initially by simple refrigeration system, no? And then afterwards, we'll be modeling uh, the refrigeration system using two compressors, multi-staging with a flush tank. No? So first things first, we have already the properties ng specific heat ng water natin. So this is already given as 4.186, that will be kilojoule per kilogram. Then ang enthalpy o latent heat of fusion of water, that is 334 kilojoule per kilogram, and the specific heat of ice, that will be 2.09 kilojoule per kilogram. So to compute the product load, so entering temperature ng tubig, we have 32 doon sa problem. So it is 32 degrees Celsius initially, no? And the freezing temperature pala ng water, so that will be freezing temperature is that will be 0 degrees Celsius. Then yung final temperature ng ice natin, so that will be -10, no? So I will be writing here the -10 degrees Celsius. Now, initially, we're going to change the temperature from 32 to 0 degrees Celsius. So starting here, let's draw the line to represent the heat and temperature, no? So this is my point 1 and this is my point 2. Then when we change the temperature of the water to 0 degrees, from 32 to 0 degrees, now we'll be changing the phase naman. So I will be changing the phase, so from liquid to solid, no? So this is also my point 2, since they are equal in temperature. Then from there, we have to change also the temperature from 0 degrees Celsius to -10. So that will be papunta doon. Okay. So that is changing the temperature from 0 degrees to -2. So this is now my point 3. Okay. Now, to compute the heat, so we have here initially from 1 to 2, we have the sensible heat. Now, for the equation of the sensible heat, we have your Q sub 1, so that is the mass of the product times the specific heat of H2O at constant pressure, sorry. Then times the then change in temperature from, that will be T1 minus my T2. Then for my heat, that will be heat 2, going to remove, so that will be the latent heat. So that will be the mass of the product times the enthalpy of fusion or latent heat of fusion of water. Okay, so that will be the heat 2. Then we have the third, no, heat to be removed, so that will be the mass of the product, and that will be multiplied by the specific heat of the ice at constant pressure, then times that will be T2 minus my T3. Okay. So for the total heat, so that this is equal now to your Q sub 1 plus Q2 plus the Q sub 3. And if we'll try to substitute lahat yung mga values here, so we have yung mass ng Cp of H2O times T sub 1 minus my T sub 2, no? Then this is plus mass times my enthalpy of fusion, or we have the latent heat of fusion, then plus the mass of the product, then specific heat of the ice, then times my temperature 2 times the temperature 3. Now notice here the common to the equation, we can factor the equation. No? So that will be the mass. So this is multiplied by the specific heat. So that will be Cp of H2O times T sub 1 minus my T sub 2. Then plus the enthalpy or latent heat of fusion. plus the Cp of ice, so times my T2, T3. Now let's substitute the values here of your mass. So from the value of your mass, so yun, that will be, so let me check again. So how much is my mass? So my mass is, we have 20 tons. 20 tons, so that is in terms of weight, no? So this is 20 tons. So for the conversions, we have, that will be 1,000 kilogram per 1 tons. Since our ice plant is, this is producing how much? So this is 24 hours operation, no? No, that is 1 day. So we have to divide yung mass natin ng 24 hours. So that is 1 day. So we have 24 hours. So usually this is equal to 3,600 seconds for 1 hour. Then multiply by this with the specific heat of water, which is 4.186. I have 4.186. So this is kilojoule per kilogram Kelvin. Multiply with the temperature T1. So again, we go back to the diagram. T1 is 32 and T2 is 0 degrees Celsius. So I have my 32 degrees Celsius minus 0 degrees Celsius. Multiply that one. Then plus the latent heat of fusion of ice. So that is 334. So that will be 334. So this is kilojoule per kilogram. Then plus the specific heat of ice. So we have 2.09. So this is kilojoule per kilogram, and that is Kelvin. So then multiply it by the change in temperature. So from 0 degrees minus T3, which is negative 10 degrees Celsius. Okay. So we have here the value, which is 113.16. That will be kilojoule per second, or the units, it will be kilowatt. Now we will be using this load as we'll be using this heat to remove, or the product load to be the load of our evaporator, so that we can design the simple refrigeration system. Then afterwards, we'll try to modify that one, the simple refrigeration system, by applying the multi-pressure, where two compressors are used with a flush tank.